Hello! Welcome back to another episode of Shore to Shore with the Sherms. We are doing a mukbang tonight, which I'm so excited for. We've been talking about doing this forever. So for those of you who don't know what a mukbang is, dear.
It is just eating and we talk and you listen.
It's my favorite things, pretty much. I eat, I talk, he listens. So.
Pretty much.
Anyways, so yeah, we are doing it on international food, of course, because we have to be exciting. So we got Indian food and he got Mexican food. I don't know what he got. He doesn't know what I got. So we just found out what?
Cat, what?
Anyways, I got Indian. He got Mexican. And I can't wait because I'm so freaking hungry. Because all I ate today was a chicken thigh. Also, we're doing a Q&A. Because, I mean, that's what you guys really want to know is travel questions that y'all asked. So we'll be going through that while we indulge in way too much food. So let's get this going. Okay, we got appetizers, right? Did you get an appetizer?
Yes.
Okay, I go first. So I got us cheese naan. Paneer naan, if you will.
What is paneer?
Paneer is Indian cheese. It's like what do they call it? It's like a cottage cheese curd or something is how they describe it, but it literally tastes nothing like cottage cheese. But I freaking love naan. It is so good. It is the best, beautiful bread in the whole world.
I'm not a fan.
Let's see how many puns we can cram into one video. Hopefully just that one.
Can you not make this?
We're not using that.
Is there something to dip it in?
Sorry. Curry and masala. So yeah, so maybe we should hold off on the naan until we make our dishes because it's so much better dipped in sauce.
Way better.
Yeah. I mean, bread. So.
All right, here comes the real winner.
Okay. Street corn!
With lime.
How beautiful is that?
How beautiful is that?
How beautiful are you?
Cheesy.
Delish. I have to get that up. Was it the lime juice? Did they like pre-lime it?
Probably.
Wonderful. Well, I'm gonna let you start that. I'm gonna read our first question.
Don't mind if I do.
So our first question is, which is cheaper, Airbnb or hotels? This is kind of a complex question because I feel like there's not a straightforward answer to that.
There's not. It really depends on where you're at.
And like, what are you looking for? Are you looking for a 1-bedroom in somebody's house on Airbnb? Like, of course, that's going to be cheaper. Personally, I'm not into staying with people I don't know. Is it good?
Almost lost a lot.
I'm gonna let you. Oh, I thought you were giving it to me.
I'm showing it.
Oh. Anyways, the thing with Airbnb that I don't like is that cleaning fee. I feel like that darn cleaning fee gets you every time. Like when you're looking on the, on the app, it's like, oh, $100, $110, and then by the time you like fill out all the things and you go to check it out, all of a sudden your $100 room now says $200, and it's like, what's happening here?
Yeah.
So we don't use Airbnb. I don't have a problem with Airbnb, and if you want to stay somewhere like unique or cool, like a tree house or glamping or something, I definitely think it's cool. But just if you're trying to spend the night, in a popular city, I think a lot of times a hotel is cheaper. And I like the security of knowing like the hotel is going to be open when I get there. I don't have to try to like coordinate with the owner of the home and worry about like getting ghosted and we're stranded somewhere. I don't know. That just makes my anxiety go through the roof a little bit. But what do you think? Comments?
I really just, the question was, which is cheaper? Not what's more convenient.
True. I think hotels are cheaper.
It's really all based off of who is staying. Because if you get a hotel room big enough to fit like 5 people, obviously that's going to be more expensive than an Airbnb.
Mm-hmm. Airbnb is good for groups or
I
families.
think that the quality of Airbnb you get is better for the same price as a hotel room. I would rather stay in a house, and a lot of I mean, like, they obviously have to be clean and well kept to be on Airbnb, so they're all decent enough. I haven't stayed in one since like 2018, but I prefer staying in an Airbnb.
Yes.
If there's a group of people. If it's just you and somebody else, it's not necessary unless you can find like a room or something, but again, that's preference. So I think that cheaper in the grand scheme of things, if you're traveling with 2 to 3 people, it's going to be a hotel room, just because you can find them for really cheap. They might not be the best things in the world, but you're not going to find Airbnbs that are like super duper cheap that are of the same quality.
I agree. Like I said, unless you want to be staying like in a house or like in a room in a house with other people, like a shared room. But if you want your own private space, like you would have in a hotel, it's probably gonna be about the same or more, I think.
Yeah.
So love is straightforward. Okay, on to the next thing.
Tacos birria.
What does that mean?
That means that you dip these tacos in this deliciousness and you eat it.
Okay, I've never seen this before. I mean, I've heard of them, but I've never.
Oh.
Is that it? Is it good?
Bro.
You ate a raw onion.
Oh.
That must be good.
There's a little bit on it.
Enjoy. What is your dream destination? We have this conversation.
10 times a day.
I was going to say probably way more than the average couple does. Thailand. We both want to go to Asia, but Thailand is just... I don't know what it is about Thailand.
Elephant.
Maybe. If I see them in real life, I cry. 9 times out of 10. It's a problem. But anyways, yeah, I definitely want to see elephants, and I want to go to like the elephant sanctuaries, and I want to swim with them, and I want to be their best friends. And part of me really wants to ride one, but I feel like they're kind of abused a little bit, and they beat them with sticks, so I feel like I can't support that, and I can't ride one. But they have the places where you can go and bathe them. Anyways, I'm getting so off topic here because you got me started on elephants. I love Thai food. I love like hot climate places. I am not a snow kind of girl. I like beaches and oceans and what I like. And the food and just the scenery, the pictures, the waterfalls, the monkeys, the monasteries. I just want to see all of it. So yeah, that is my
What food?
pad thai. I know.
That's it.
I mean, I don't eat seafood, so that unfortunately takes a lot of it out. But I don't know, a ton of different Thai dishes, honestly. He doesn't like Thai food, so we never eat Thai food, unfortunately. But I love like Thai basil chicken is delicious, and anything with noodles and chicken makes my heart happy. So yeah, it's Thailand for me. Okay.
Dream destination is Japan. 110%. I don't really know why. I'm a dweeb, essentially, and I want to see all the dweeby stuff. It's like the anime stuff for me. I want to go and just like dork out for like 3 days, and nobody can judge you. Nobody will judge you because everybody's just
See some OG Pokemon stuff, and stay in a capsule hotel.
yeah, and like everything is
So
just
cool.
like
Everything's different there.
yeah.
They're in 2030.
The aesthetic is just way different, and it's like my favorite kind of aesthetic, other than 90s.
It's Indian time! Okay. Those of you who don't eat Indian food, because apparently it's not that popular of a cuisine. Like, a lot of people don't eat Indian food. In case you're wondering how unpopular it is, we were talking to my dad about chicken marsala. We were telling him that we had the best chicken masala and how good it was. And this man looks at us and goes, I love chicken marsala. That's what I always get from Olive Garden. If that doesn't tell you guys the amount of Indian food in our area, I don't know what does.
There's a lot of Indian food in the area, though. That's the thing.
It's all like in one little
You
spot,
just have to
though.
want to eat it.
That's true.
Slide that in my DMs right now.
Okay, so what I was going with that whole thing was when you eat Indian food, you get it with like a base. Always get it with the rice. Get a side of naan. Do not get it with the naan. You get what I'm saying? Okay. So you take your rice. You got to make a bed of rice. Some rice, I feel like we have two different kinds, so we should put it just in one bowl. Yeah, I'm making this overly complicated. You got your rice, and then you get your sauce. So when you go to the Indian restaurant, they bring in like these pretty little like silver bowls. Anyways, so we have lamb curry, butter, chicken masala. What do you want to start with?
The masala. The marsala.
From Olive Garden. I've always had tikka masala. I've never had butter masala. Don't know the difference.
Is it spicy?
It should be medium. So like a little bit of pizzazz.
It's extra medium.
No. The tomato gravy, like melt in your mouth with obviously chunks of chicken and some little herbies and some spices. I'm just here for the food. Have it over your rice, and you have this beautiful specimen. I really wish you could see it in person because it smells so good. All right, David, we gotta do this together. This is a moment. I'm just so passionate about Indian food. I really could eat that every single day of my life.
I wish it was spicier.
It's so good. Okay, yours is spicy, don't worry. I figured if I had to suffer through your spicy, you can suffer through my not spicy. I'm always scared when it comes to like ethnic cuisine because the first time I ever had Thai food, you know, they had the number scale like 1 through 10 for the spiciness. I like spicy, so I was like, I'll get a 7. I couldn't eat it. Like, thought I was going to die. Like 7 Thai spice is not 7 American spice. When I got a 7, I was like, oh no, girlfriend needs like a 4 in Thai food. So when I get Indian food, I feel the same way. Like, I'm always scared to get the spicy because I think it's gonna like burn my face off. It's so buttery.
It's confusing.
I don't know how it tastes any different than tikka. This is
I
butter.
forgot about this. Actually, yeah, that's it.
Yes, get in there with that paneer naan.
Cheesy.
It's not like melty cheese. Beautiful. Next question.
What?
Next question.
Oh.
You remember we're doing that?
What made you interested in travel? Because I wasn't. So I went to Jamaica because it was a different kind of vacation. Because it was a vacation. Like, I know a lot of people do it full time and whatever. Like, if you travel full time, it's a job. And
Dreams.
I feel like the people that travel full time probably don't think of it as a vacation. No matter where you go, they could go to China and then get on a plane and fly to Japan. That's spicy. And
You didn't even stir it. That's like,
well, I just licked the oil off my finger.
great. See what I'm saying? This is why I didn't get spicy.
Sheesh. No matter where you go, if you're
Casual.
like backpacking these countries, it's a work. I mean, you like have to figure out where you're going, how you're gonna get there, where you're gonna stay once you get there. I think that like no matter where you're at in your travel adventure, going to a resort or like a cruise will always be a vacation because the work's done for you. So I say all that to say that Jamaica was a vacation. That was like my first experience with traveling like that.
Like, more relaxed travel? Is that what you mean? Like, was it your first time,
I mean, kind of
like escaping the real world type of vacation? Like,
right.
kind of being like catered to?
Yeah, that's literally what it was. It was weird having like a butler and all that stuff in Jamaica. Europe was not like that at all. Like, we had to plan where we were gonna go for the, and like, I'm not saying that it's hard. I'm just saying that it's not the same thing. But my perspective off rip was that traveling was like going to a resort. It's not. So I fell in love with the resort vacation aspect of traveling, which is still my favorite kind of traveling. I would go back to the same resort 10 times before I went to backpack somewhere else, but that's just me.
The fun thing about, even if you're doing a resort or something like that somewhere else, and it feels slightly Americanized because, let's be honest, like, you're staying in these beautiful rooms with high quality service, and if you guys have ever been to the islands, you step foot off of that resort It's not like that. Like, the version of the island you're seeing from the resort is the best. But I personally, I like the more backpacking side of it. I like the nitty gritty. Like, I don't mind walking through a dark, sketchy alley, which is why I drive him nuts, because I just stress him out. Because I'm like, oh, let's go here. And he's like, that's not safe. And I'm like, YOLO. Ways. What was the question?
What got you interested in travel? Eat that first.
I'm really scared because it's spicy.
It's really not that hot. I mean, it's hot, don't get me wrong, but
This is the lamb curry.
it's delicious, though. Did you get lamb?
That's really spicy. No, I didn't get lamb.
Your butts.
Oh my gosh. Honey,
What?
you said it wasn't that spicy.
It's not.
I wouldn't. I didn't even get the lamb. I don't know what I got. I'm going back to my chicken. I want to go back for it. I want the lamb. It's better when you actually get some meat in the bite and not just liquid spicy sauce. Delicious. It's just, I would never order that.
Why is it so spicy?
Right? So weird. What got me interested in travel? I started traveling when I was really young with my parents, and it always was just kind of part of our life. Like every summer, I was like, where are we going this summer? And when I grew up and stopped going on vacation with my parents, I'm like, wait, I don't want to stop doing this. You know what I mean? Like, just because I don't live at home anymore and I'm not fully funded. And then it kind of hit me that was like, wait, if I'm not going on vacation with my parents anymore, I don't get told where I'm going. Like, I get to choose where I'm going. And that's when we started doing more fun stuff and like more creative stuff. You know, when I was younger, it was always the same thing, kind of islands. My mom is a sun, sand, sea kind of person. She has no interest in backpacking or road tripping, nothing like that. So anyways, yeah, I think I can blame my parents for that one. They just started me at such a young age. I just loved it. Yeah. I don't know how you say this. No, not a clue. I just made it up. But do y'all know how to say it? If you do, then send me a DM or something. I don't know. But anyway, imagined in India, brewed in the USA. What a ripoff!
I thought about it in India and I came back and did it.
This is actually really good. It's a blonde lager. I'm not a huge beer person, but I really like it. Did you try it yet?
Yeah, that's really good. You guys rent cars when you fly somewhere? No.
No.
We never have, and probably never will. Unless it's just like more convenient, depending on why we're flying. But if it's like for leisure travel, like how we do, then no.
I feel like that's such an expense that you can avoid. Like, we love public transportation. We are suckers for public transportation. When we were in London, we did the underground and the buses. When we were in France, we did the metro system. We've done the free shuttles in Tampa and Charleston, and there's just so much public transportation around. You just have to do a little research, and a surprising amount of it is actually free or like very, very inexpensive. Of the scooters,
Live to scoot.
Live, love, scoot. They have those scooters that you can rent, and it's on the Lime or Bird or whatever. And we have our own 2 feet, so you invest in some good shoes and you just walk, because at a nicer, slower pace, a lot of times that's how we stumble upon things that we like, because we're not in a car just driving around everywhere. We just wander and we just find stuff. So yeah, stay in a centralized location and then just use public transportation or walk or scoot or whatever. We do Uber occasionally, like if something is really far away. What is this?
Taco fries. What? Taco fries, agave style, which is the name of the place that we went.
Wow.
Next question. Advice for someone's first international trip.
Ooh.
I feel like that's not a question. Next.
We gotta give the people what the people want. And they want advice for their first international trip. Okay, advice for someone's first international trip. Well, that's incredibly vague because they don't know where you're going. But get your paperwork in order, number 1, especially with COVID being a thing, because the requirements everywhere vary as far as what you have to do, if you have to get tested, blah, blah, blah. So get your paperwork in order, make sure you have your passports. If you need a travel visa, do that. Second thing, figure out your transportation. We always do that in advance because, yeah, that just gets really stressful.
You'll never go anywhere if you don't.
No, like figure out what your options are going to be, because you don't want to walk out of the airport and be like, now what? I guess I'll call a taxi and spend $75 to go to my hotel. Just research.
Number 5.
Know where you want to go. I mean, you don't over plan, you know, like be spontaneous, but do have a little bit of an idea of what you want to do so you don't waste time while you're there. We always have a baseline of our plans, like where we're going each day, so we can utilize our time wisely. Once we
never stays the same.
No, and once we get there, it changes a million times, you know, because we might stumble upon something else we want to do, or we're tired and, you know, sleep sounds better than breakfast. Stuff like that happens, but have an idea so you're not wasting your whole trip planning your trip.
What was your favorite trip? My favorite trip was probably the road trip, to be 100% honest, unless we're talking international.
We're talking any trip. Weekend trip.
The road trip was lit.
Road trip was super awesome, and I feel like we don't talk about it enough. I think we just assume people like aren't impressed by things in the States, but that's not true at all, because a lot of people live their whole lives and never even leave the country.
Yeah.
And there's honestly so much to see and do here. You don't hop in your car and go. We had a lot of fun on the road trip, actually.
The road trip was super fun.
A lot of planning went into that one. A lot of planning. But I don't want us to be sleeping at a rest stop. We considered a couple times, but anyways. No, the road trip was really fun.
The road trip or New Orleans?
New Orleans is a blast. I think it's gotta be Paris for me. I don't know. Mexico was also really awesome. Mexico was
So you
fun.
broke your leg.
For another video.
No, I'm putting a picture in right now.
But yeah, it was Paris for me. I've been dreaming of going to Paris for so long. When it finally happened, it was just everything I wanted and more.
A lot of rest and relaxation.
It was our honeymoon.
There was 0 rest and relaxation in Europe.
None. We came back 5 times more tired than we left.
Back to the last question real fast. Travel doesn't always mean rest and relaxation, which is something that I had to figure out by backpacking through Europe.
Yes. Even the road trip was not rest and relaxation. Like,
I mean, it was more than Europe was.
true, because we didn't nap in the car every day. But like, it was go, go, go. Like, every day you had somewhere to be. It wasn't just like, oh, I'm gonna lay by the pool today, like the islands are. Almost is like a chai tea. It's very unique.
Whoosh!
It tastes like chai tea. Like, it's, I don't know.
It smells like a teenage boy in 2006's room that burned too much incense. That's what it tastes like too. Like chocolate milk that's been sitting in said boy's room. I just drank a candle.
It definitely is like cinnamon, nutmeg.
Best food you've ever eaten while traveling?
Oh, God bless. All right, I'm gonna start with dessert because I love dessert. Angelina's hot chocolate in Paris. It is like super well known.
Caps.
The line is a million miles long. They have an outside little side cart
Cute.
that sells it just because the inside is so crazy. Anyways, it is like pudding. Like, literally, this hot chocolate is like, when you pour it, it just like doesn't even come out. Favorite food? The Nashville hot chicken sandwich we had in Nashville is one of the best things I've ever eaten in my entire life. I'm low-key terrified of this Indian dessert. You know what's kind of funny? And maybe it's just because I'm eating Indian food. When we were in Mexico, we had some of the best Indian food ever. Just thought, oh, pub in London, bangers and mash.
Oh.
Mm.
Definitely not beef tartare.
Oh God,
That's terrible.
I don't want to remember that.
I think like in terms of best when eaten was best all around because of multiple reasons.
The Westminster, best all around.
Best in show. I just unlocked a whole memory. 'Cause
Oh.
now I'm even more stuck.
The Alligator barbecue place in New Orleans. What the heck was that? It was like alligator sausage all over French fries before we saw issues. In
It's
NOLA?
like this like little
We were at, like,
dive bar.
Big Eddie's backyard barbecue creatures and more. So good. Like, only in NOLA can you get
It
alligator
was right
fries.
next to
House of Blues.
House of Blues too. Like
in NOLA.
literally 2
Right
steps
next
away.
door. Go visit him.
Yeah.
Get the
tell him-
alligator.
Tell him I said hi.
What's up? What's your memory you unlocked?
Like best all around at the time it was eaten was also in, was it Nola? That pizza.
Oh.
But now what it unlocked was the hot dogs in Savannah.
The sausage dog?
Yeah.
Wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Do we get into that?
No.
Sometimes I have a little too much fun on vacation. We'll just leave it at that. I never got around to eating my sausage dog. Apparently I flung it at him. But he ate it. That was the PG version of that story. It was like 5:30 in the morning because New Orleans doesn't sleep.
No, I don't know what time it was.
I don't know.
It could have been 8:30 at night. It could have been 8:30 in the morning.
I don't know. We left the hotel at like 8:30 and got back at like 6:30 in the morning. And in between was just a blur.
All right, what's your favorite?
I already answered. Or escargot in Paris. I keep saying Paris. I know that sounds so annoying, but
Where would you go back?
I'm gonna mix it up. I'm not gonna say Paris, even though I would. I want to go back to Italy really bad.
Venice?
No, but I would definitely go back to Italy, and I want to do a huge like tour of Italy, like Rome, the Amalfi Coast, Florence, Milan, like Sicily. I mean, I could spend a month just traveling through Italy. I absolutely loved Venice, but I wouldn't go back to Venice. Loved it, but we've been there. There's way too many places in the world to go back
That's
anywhere twice. That's hard.
the point of the question. If you had to pick one place you've already been to go back to, or would you go back?
Mexico.
Same resort?
Yep.
Fair.
Because I could go for like a sunny day on the beach. Or Jamaica. Maybe that's just my mood right now, but
Maybe.
it's a nice leisurely vacation. Sounds nice. So where would you go back?
Indianapolis.
How did I know you were going to say that?
Or Biloxi.
Biloxi was fun.
I would stay in the same room. Hotel.
Well, we probably can't afford it now that COVID is like settling down.
Yes, we can.
Why would you go back to Indy
Go Colts.
and Biloxi? Just because the room was so cool?
The hotel was just sweet.
We stayed at the Hard Rock, and we
They
got
had everything there. Like,
everything. A sugar factory, a Starbucks, a Ben and Jerry's,
a
pizza,
Dunkin'.
sushi. They had a sushi robot. Was that the robot place? Sushi? I don't know. There was some robot restaurant where like you serve at the kiosk and the robot literally like, oh, it was a bar. It was a
Yeah,
bar.
it was a bar. Was
Anyway.
that there?
Yeah, it was there.
Huh.
It was shut down.
Yeah, I didn't. It was a coffee bar.
Our bar. It was right by our entrance because remember we had that second entrance to go into our pavilion because we were fancy.
Oh yeah, that's
We
right.
stayed in like a top floor penthouse with these giant windows. It's on if you go to my Instagram story and look under road trip. It's like one of the last slides. But we got it for like a fraction of the cost, which hotels in Biloxi are pretty cheap anyways because they want you to spend all your money gambling. But Hard Rock is pricey, so we definitely got lucky. We got, I don't know what this is called.
Paneer.
Paneer is cheese.
Oh.
Amita? What's that called? You can't read that.
That's what they say at the beginning of the Harlem Shake.
Right there. Anyways, it's supposed to be like a bread pudding with saffron, and I definitely see what I think. Is that a date, maybe?
Those are nuts.
That's not a nut. That's a nut.
Looking at nuts.
Those are nuts. Anyways, I don't know. I'm gonna try it.
That's nuts.
It's supposed to be like a rice pudding. Not a bread pudding. What am I saying?
Please.
People are gonna watch this video and think you're like really mean and demanding. I'm unsure. Like, I'll totally eat it.
It tastes like a soggy cinnamon bun, and I'm kind of here for it.
Yeah, it's bread pudding. It's kind of good.
I don't want anymore.
Okay.
It's very rich. Unlike myself.
Like me. Just kidding, that was a joke. My favorite dessert. And it's got chocolate sauce.
What?
That was so many emotions right there. Wow, wow, wow.
You have DID.
Wow, wow, wow. Why would you hit off the cinnamon sugar?
Consider yourself churroed. Ah!
I feed him.
Ah!
It chocolated the keyboard. Should have fed it to me and that wouldn't have happened. It's so good.
Oh!
Is it filled with cream cheese? What did I do to deserve this? Another question.
What's your next destination?
Well, I got Nutella on my shirt. Well, Orlando, Florida is our next destination. Don't make that face. That is our next destination.
No, it's not.
Where are we going before them?
St. Augustine.
Is that a destination?
I don't know.
St. Augustine! So, we are going to St. Augustine and we are going to film a spooky video for next week. Spooky. It's not spooky season. It's
Yes.
98 degrees outside. But it will be spooky season soon enough. So anyways, we're going there tomorrow. But our next big trip, in my humble opinion, is the Dominican Republic! I can't wait. Literally can't wait. We were supposed to have already gone, but it got delayed. So now we're going in October, and we can't wait. And I'm sure we'll have a lot of little trips before then, but that's the next big one.
Yeah, that's the next international.
Yes, for the first time. And it will literally be 2 years, right? We go on vacation every year in October for our anniversary. So that's where we're going.
What was your favorite thing tonight?
Ooh, chicken masala, obviously, because I ate literally half of it by myself. Those churros changed my life a lot. Oh my god. Birria taco. And also this beer. Can we talk about the birra?
Byra.
It's the chicken masala.
Lady.
What's yours?
That goat curry, or lamb curry. Lamb curry was delicious. And in a close second were those birria tacos. Tacos birria.
Thank you guys for watching another episode of Shore with the Sherms. I hope you enjoyed us eating delicious food and answering some questions. And comment below if you like this style of video or if we should stick to just keeping it out and about of the house and not babbling. We're probably going to do it
anyways.
Because we like to eat.
Not this. But this style of us sitting here and talking is probably going to inherently be a part of our channel because we do have a lot of stuff we want to talk about and can talk about. And if you have any questions or if you like the Q&A things, and make sure you comment down below your questions and we'll save it for the next one. And who knows, we might make this like a monthly or bi-monthly thing.
For sure.
If we get enough questions, we'll definitely do it as we get the questions and take you guys' advice on what we should eat or whatever. And of course, we'll be back next week with a out and about video.
Yes.
So make sure that you hit that bell, like, comment, subscribe to the channel.
Do all the things.
And we will see you guys next week.
Bye.
Peace!